Hello, hello. Welcome to today's messages of love because that's what I got for you. So if you were looking for something else then other than love, sorry, only love here. Okay, there may be some stern talking to and some um, pep talks. No, do I talk sternly? I don't know. I don't know. What's this? Ooh, what is it? Where are we right now in the world? What are we thinking about? What are we looking at? Oh, it opened right up. Confirmation. We're looking for confirmations, okay? The energy of confirmation tells us that our consciousness is developing rapidly. Yes. Everything we think is actually confirmed. So, what are you thinking about, right? What do you want confirmation about? Where do your thoughts take you, and what is it that you want to have confirmed? Yeah. It's not the result that is important, but the path towards it. Okay, so these little signs and synchronicities that lead you on your way, the nudges and the things that are like this way, go this way, are confirming for you that you're heading in the right direction or you're not heading in the right direction, right? Confirmation. Is that gonna work back there? Yes. Can you see it? Yes. Okay. And then we'll get a confirmation from the rune deck. He was beautiful. Look at that gorgeous, gorgeous stallion or mare. White, pure power and gorgeousness. Power and gorgeousness. The horse is a trusted helper and a stalwart companion on the longest journeys, working with humanity in a role of companionship and trust for millennia. The horse knows the power of a team and cooperation. Iwaz, with a swift energy, uses no force. Its way is persuasion, suggestion, and invitations of friendship. Come this way. This is the way. This way, right? The power of this rune lies in union and partnership. Iwaz points to symbiotic relationships, to the joining of individual and harmonious beings. Yay! It encourages you to find flexibility and be adaptable to change. This is the time to go with your heart or your intuition and not your head. Teamwork, trust, harmony, marriage, and loyalty. Okay. I also feel like it goes the distance, whatever unions, collaborations, co-ops that come from the heart will stand the test of time, which is beautiful. Okay, what's going on here? Come on, hands. I'm just, the way the light is hitting this. It looked like shaved metal or something. I don't know if you can see it, but this is my smoky quartz. Beautiful. Oh, with a little bit of rutilation near the bottom there. Ooh, gorgeous. Okay, sorry. Got distracted by the crystals. Okay, so we'll pull a crystal card later because apparently they want to speak to us. Also, if you have a crystal book, look up rutilated quartz and smoky quartz. There may be messages there for you, or just Google it and just read the summary, the quick summary. I've got the book of stones, and all of the writing in there is just like mind blowing. Not all the crystals are in there because they just kind of took the most powerful ones and their properties. Okay. Let's do it. Let's fall in love. Confirmation that you're drawn in your soul tribe. You're drawn in your people. And you're drawn in your abundance. Look at that. It just fell right on there. And this is exactly it, right? What people bring to the table, joint efforts, beautiful symbiotic collaborations and ventures. This is true abundance, right? The hearts and minds that you affect and create together, create with together. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Okay, we got so many cards here. I did not mean to make so many cards. Okay, what can you see here? Boom, bada bing, bada boom, boom. Boom, yawesome. Is it working? Okay. So gorgeous. Abundance. Yes. 10 of Pentacles. This is legacy. I want to call it legacy because it's something that lasts lifetimes. We've got generations down here, all enjoying the fruit of this ever bearing, blooming gorgeousness. Okay. And look, there's a rainbow on these two right there. Okay. We've got things happening in behind the scenes that you are trusting, okay? Love is growing beneath the surface that you can't see, but you trust it with all of your strength and your faith, okay? This is what it takes. Blind faith, going all in, and the strength of holding that faith. It takes strength to do so. Okay, I love the strength too. I was thinking about it the other day. And on the traditional one, it's usually a woman and I don't know what she's doing with this lion, but the idea is the kind of power to tame the lion, but also utilize its strength in your favor, right? Like the lion, it's not wasting its strength on little game. It's saving its power and ferociousness for the big stuff, for the major things, okay? And the things that you cannot see that you are trusting, that takes a lot of strength to hold the faith. Okay, look at this. Head down on both of them. Your work and your meditation, your grounded, centered meditativeness. Okay, working to create the pentacles, to plant the seeds, to nurture and harvest the seeds. What the? There you go. Okay. We've got your intuition is something else. This meditating. So this is, wow. Okay. Confirmation. This is focusing on work and your own independence, your own sanctuary space. Okay. Look at all these heads this way. So this is that blind, right? The high priestess, she's veiled because it's her intuition that she's tapped into. So again, what you can't see and what you intuit while you're in your sanctuary space, meditating, working, doing whatever the work is for you. It's all of the work on all the levels. Okay, this is what contributes to the abundance. Whoa. We've got the devils and the ships coming in. Okay, so this is a strong, the back, turning your back, having a strong defense against your doubts. The devils are like, what are you talking about? There's nothing growing under the dirt. If you can't see it, it's not growing. And your ships are coming in. Okay, what's this? Boundaries and overflowing cup. Adversaries trying to affect your liquid sunshine. And the boundaries you create. Okay. Hermiting to deal with your devils, your shadow version of self. This is also part of the balancing and integration of the shadow. And then you have your hierophanteness, your self-mastery, dedication, and bond, your bond. Okay, we got the King of Wands. This is feeling like readiness for action after a hermiting period, after a sacred sanctuary period, after a work period. Because the King of Wands keeps the eye on the prize, right? On the Seven of Swords, this is that transformation born out of being beat down and being like, I've had it. Things have got to change and it's going to start with me. Right? And you start burning bridges and creating boundaries and speaking up for yourself and pulling away and healing your heart. Okay, I feel like this is something that you have gotten very good at. This might be over here, you know. This could be the strengthening of your heart through adversity. But this is also why we hermit and have hyper independence. We're tired of people letting us down, not showing up for us, and having to do it on your own anyways. Remember, the devil is adversity, right? Adversaries. The things that hold you back, the pressure that turns you from coal into a diamond. Okay, and you had to become a Queen of Swords to create boundaries. I feel like this was your forced go within, dedicate yourself, reconnect to your intuition and your spiritual. And you came out a queen of slice, queen of speaking truth and cutting away all that no longer serves. Queen of boundaries. Okay, so this 10 of Swords, this is that fool that is self-tempering, right? You're not running after all the things. You're not running after the little game. You're reserving your energy for the big stuff. See, look, yeah, there's the fool. Right? Before, after. Don't run after those little things. And then, oh, there's a big thing. Yay! Leap of faith. Yeah, you can't be jumping off all the little cliffs. Wait till you find a big one. That is a metaphor. Okay, let's put this here because you gain strength by being decisive, by choosing, being mindful of what you leap for, what you go for, what you invest your energy into. What is this? Oi, oi. Oh, it's the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Heart spaces. Okay. I think this beautiful balance between trusting your intuition, having a good balance with your grounding and your astro realms, your third eye, your higher self, your intuition, your trust in the unseen, but it's also your sacred sanctuary and the work that you have done. Maybe it's like this, because then you are balancing between action and allowing. Which is a good balance to have. Though, I am feeling it more on this side. Just because I feel like coming out of this transformation, you may have been a little bit more cutthroat, a little bit more too boundary-ish, right? And then you had to balance that aspect with your heart, with your feminine. And we've got the judgment and the consolidating of the resources, okay? I feel like this is your confrontation with the adversaries, right? When you have 5 cups and you spill 3 of them, the devil wants you to cry over your spilt cups. And it takes strength to ignore those and focus on the things that aren't spilt. The 2. And the judgment, bringing in your ships and rewarding you for your faith. Okay. So this feels very much like the process of becoming grounded, centered from the heart space. We've got a King of Pentacles, overthinking everything. There's that grounded logic and thinking, right? And Iwaz spoke about this is more about your intuition and your feeling. But everything is about balance. Everything is about balance, right? Moderation and balance. So this could be this tempering. No. Overthinking, you definitely need boundaries around it about what you learn, right? We can hyperfixate on things and fill our brain with all kinds of information, and then we have way too much information, right? And now we're trying to think our way through things instead of intuiting. So this is why it needs to be near this boundary. Are the ships coming in? Are they not coming in? Am I deserving of them? Am I not deserving of them? Maybe it's just one ship instead of a fleet, right? This whole trying to think things into being. Stop it. Cut that away and go by your heart, okay? And the King of Pentacles, he's very much earth-based, focused on work, right? And being independent, self-sufficient. Work could be the sanctuary space. It's definitely where things are getting done, right? The action. And it would eventually lead to like, oh, this is just avoidance of the hurt in my heart. I have to go in and face my shadows to become an overflowing cup. Yeah, your shadows are just like your ego, right? It's an important part. It's there for a reason. It's just run rampant, and you got to rein it back in. You got to take ownership of your company because your manager is doing too good of a job, right? The ego wants to keep us safe, but it will kill us to keep us safe. So it's not, it can get a little tyrannical if left unchecked, right? Okay, so this is the protecting yourself with your truth, protection through truth. And I think that's true. I think it's true that you need to hermit, face your shadows, change your perspective, how you receive anything that comes your way, how you navigate through loss and gain. And this is what fills your cup. That's something that the King of Pentacles realizes, right? The cup only holds liquid sunshine, and you can't physical it no matter what you do. You can't buy it. You can't work in the three-dimensional realm for it. Okay? But you can balance yourself out by balancing yourself with the feminine. This is your integration of your shadow, right? Sun and the moon, the light and the dark, masculine and feminine. This balance in the material realm is what it is what it is. It is what it's meant to be. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. How's that feel? More balanced, for sure. What do you have for us? Coming out of your comfort zones. Tearing down the old barricades, the old systems of safety. We don't need motion detector lasers anymore because we've evolved, we've transformed, we've grown, we've healed. And so we're not as paranoid. We've got other things in place. We've got our shadow integrated. And so, yeah, we don't need to have those lasers. There's roadblocks. We got roadblocks now. Okay, so there's the reconsider your boundaries, reconsider your comfort zones, right? Edit the things that are no longer serving. We don't need the landmines. Maybe that's what it is. We don't need landmines anymore because we've got motion sensor lasers, right? So it's time to take those landmines out because you forget where the landmines are, and then innocent creatures just walking through, or friendly neighbor wants to bring over pie. Oops, stepped on a landmine. Boom, sorry, right? Where now you're new. That's why it was so messy. This is why we had to do the work to heal, because we were inadvertently blowing people up that we didn't necessarily mean to. The new systems that are in place, they're a little bit more discerning, right? We've become more discerning. And so there needs to be a reassessment of old systems. Okay, and they need to be put to death, released. They no longer serve. They're no longer serving us. Okay, I feel like this is over here. And death is over here. Because it's a very important part of any newness, of any growth. It's also the fertilizer. The things that we put to rest becomes fertilizer for the new seeds, right? This is why death is an important part of transformation. You can't have transformation without death. Okay, and this chariot coming in quick. This is the universe conspiring in your favor to conform the cosmos and timelines for your greatest and highest time. Yes, chariot brings it fast. The chariot brings it fast. I'm going to put it over here because I think it's a direct result to your work and getting it done, getting things done, maintaining the momentum of the heart. It's funny that we've got the balance between the King and Queen of Pentacles, though, because that's very much the material realm. Okay, so the Four of Pentacles, there's the balancing, the connecting, the centering, the grounding, the physical, the emotional, the mental, the spiritual. This is how you release. This is how you reconfigure, right? To know what things to let go of and what things are still serving. This is where you go before you take any leaps of faith. You're not just jumping just for the sake of jumping. This is intentional faith, intentional leaping. Okay, this is about a wish coming true that's going to be celebrated, which is beautiful. You may have wished for something that is coming to be celebrated. Okay, so it's like leading with your heart and your feelings, trusting, having faith, your intuition. This is what's actually going to anchor you in the physical realm. This is what's going to balance you, which makes sense, right? We're already in the physical. So the scales or the teeter-totter or whatever it is you're balancing is already kind of tipped to the physical. So all this introspective transformation for the heart and intuition is what's balancing. Okay. And dedication to all the processes. Yes. It takes dedication. It's also a dedication to your balance, to your heart, and to your legacy, to what you leave behind. And this doesn't always have to be material, although it's in the material world here. But even just releasing karmic patterns and habits so that, you know, your children and your children's children don't have to deal with that anymore. That's a legacy. Okay, Knight of Wands. This is passionate movement. Okay, this is when the King of Wands is ready to move. This is what he does. He puts his armor on, gets on his black horse, and he's like, yeah, let's go. And makes it happen. Okay. Okay, let's go through one more time. And if there's any more cards in the deck that want to come out today, go ahead and say hi. Okay. Ooh, the Queen of Wands. And there's the people. I was wondering, where are all the people? Okay, so the Queen of Wands wanted. We got two divine counterparts on the board. The King and Queen of Wands and the King and Queen of Pentacles. So action in the material realm. Queen of Wands, she's authentically shining in her power, connected with her intuition. I feel like this is your transformation. Queen of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, Queen of Wands. Oh my God, we've got all the queens. Oh my God, we got all the queens on the board. Okay, and this is what draws the people in. I feel like this is the transformation into one who shines bright like a diamond, that calls in the soul family, calls in your soul tribe, the people who see your shine and want to help contribute, see a way that the symbiosis. They see the symbiosis and they're like, yay, we love symbiosis. And you're like, what? Well, I mean, you could be anybody on this board, I guess. You could be the people. And we've all done our levels of this work, or all in various stages of it. We've got a 22, which is beautiful. Why? Because it's two twos together. Okay. Manifestation. Beautiful. I just realized, look, we got all this movement up here. Horsepower. Okay, manifestation, creation, intent, and vision. Creating with joy is one of the greatest expressions of our divinity. You are a miraculous and creative person operating with the full support of the universe. You are in the process of manifesting your desires into form. Yes, yes, we are. Choose your thoughts and emotions with care as they will manifest into your reality. Okay, this is that confirmation, right? Everything is a confirmation of what you are putting your focus on. So, what are you putting your focus on, right? Yes. Positive thoughts and emotions will be reflected in the events that surround you. Likewise, conflicting thoughts and emotions will appear in the circumstances of your life. As a conscious creator, you are responsible for the direction and experiences in your life. Listen to your inner guidance and release any feelings that are contrary to your desire. This is this King of Wands holding the vision. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Yeah, 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 yeah. K22. Put you over there. I totally moved everything around, so nothing is where it was, which is part of the important things we gotta do every once in a while. Move it around. What is this? Pink bluegill. 18 and life to go. Being a rarity doesn't necessarily mean that people fail to notice you. In fact, it is quite the opposite, as seen in the blue pink gill. Standing out can be beautiful when you look different from everything around you. Everyone serves a purpose, even if you don't understand what it is yet. Your purpose may be big, it may be small, but size does not equate to bigger and better. The simple fact of seeing the beauty in what is in front of you has an effect on the larger scale. Do you know what your purpose is? Do you see the beauty in your rarity? For there are incredibly complex pieces that make up your whole. Rarity is beautiful, and rarity is not always unique. There will always be others just like you, so you can still find your tribe. By being rare, you deter what you don't want finding you. You stand untouched by those who would normally try to take you down. You go unnoticed to some, but noticed to others. Blue is always a hard color to come by in olden days, and therefore something only royalty could obtain. What is your uniqueness, and how can you utilize it to stand out in the sea of the same? Stand tall and proud, and enjoy being something special. Yeah, you're so fucking special. Sorry. Lyrics of a song. I wish I was special. Okay, we'll see if any animals want to come out. Any wild unknown spirit animals. There's a lot of blackbirds flying over today. Elk! I did not see any elk though. Okay, elk. What you got for us, Earth the elk? Stable, resilient, headstrong, the father. This is giving me King of Pentacle vibes. The great elk represents the earth element in its masculine form. Yeah, the Earth King. Totally. This means it provides underlying support and stability amidst life's many changes. An elk personality, whether male or female, is fully established in themselves and knows their core values. They become known and respected for acting in ways that uphold those values. Sometimes the elk's ego can become inflated, but for the most part, they make damn good fathers, mothers, lovers, and friends. The world needs more elk energy. Okay? And you're stabilized and balanced in your elkness. When in balance, supportive, kind, and consistent. When out of balance, pretentious, high and mighty. To bring into balance, eat and drink more consciously. Consume more consciously, right? You are what you consume. So, what are you consuming? What are you? What are you? Okay, we'll just see if any of these ones want to come out. Seems how we have two sets of divine counterparts on the board. And I think 4 queens, you get to level up to an empress. Release desire to control. Yes, this is your feminine, right? The feminine, just like the empress, she's not chasing, she is attracting, she's allowing. She's not trying to wrestle things to the ground to make it happen. She's allowing. She's not digging up the seeds to see if they are growing under the surface. She's trusting, right? This is the way that works some days. Okay, what are still these ones? We've got time. Heals all those scars. Yes, they do. Yes, it does. Okay, but also your diligence and ability to release, to face your shadows and release. This is what heals the scars. And it takes time to do these things, right? We've got soul. Your soul is preparing to reestablish trust in the process. This is why the work, it's considered work, because you have to maintain a dedication towards it. You don't just, this is why trust is earned, and it's not just earned in one day. You have to earn it over time, because it's a process, as is your healing, as is your growing, as is your transforming, as is your balancing and releasing and trusting. Indications. Watch for signs that lead you to true love. Okay, this is being open to those indicator lights, the signs and synchronicities, the little nudges that are like, go this way, check this out, stop here, say hello to this person, right? And that's when you allow those synchronicity moments. The signs lead you to the synchronicities. Beautiful. It just confirmed itself there. Okay, we'll just take a couple little charms. We've got the balance of the feminine. Okay, that's a confirmation of the released desire to control, right? This is about being the receiver, the allower of the things. We've got the twin flame butterfly. Okay, this is the balance. This is the beautiful counterparts, two halves becoming a whole, the masculine and feminine coming together to be a balanced whole. We've got the butterfly of transformation. Okay, yes. Acknowledge, recognize, and take stock. Be proud of how far you've come, how far you've transformed. This takes time, so recognize the time it has taken, where you are now and where you were, where you're coming from, and what it took to get you here. It's no small thing. We can forget. We've got the scoot, and scooter. Okay, so this is energies moving, right? Picking up momentum, and that's always a good thing. We've got the peaceful flower. Okay, this is you shining. This is the momentum building in your own authentic expression. We've got the tree of life. Okay, this is the recognition of the womb, I want to say, but I also want to say symbiosis, because of I think of mycelium under the surface, right? And that network of communication working together. And we've got the star. Okay, this is wishes. This is your manifestations coming into being. Wishes you have made and you being able to receive them, to pluck them, to take them, to utilize them, to eat the fruit and keep the seed, plant it, and now you're in a beautiful legacy cycle of gorgeousness. Okay? Yes. There it is. That's the reading for today, and I feel like it was a little weird or fast or what even happened? I don't know, but there's balancing and there's some movement and there's some releasing. There's some old stuff that we need to revisit, to look at and acknowledge how far we've come, what we've gone through to get to where we are now. And this beautiful, trusting and shining in your authenticity. Okay, you are gorgeous. Never forget it. Things are moving. Things are picking up in your favor. Trust it, allow it, know it, and let it be. And watch for the signs and synchronicities that lead you to your field of dreams. Okay? Love you. Appreciate you. I see you next time. Okay, bye.